right? Trafficking, unaliving, all types of shit. And that could, to prevent that, they make sure they know who's on the land and who's supposed to be there, who's not supposed to be there. I'm not saying that I'm not saying they just kick black people out, but you do gotta know like why you there. You can't just buy a house and just be on that goddamn land. From what I've seen, I'm not from where the fuck you from, but go ahead and explain to us where this location is, what reservation this is, so that people can know that they're allowed to do that.
Well, my grandma, who's white, she's not Native American. My great grandma, who's white, not Native American. My mom's grandma, she lived in Oklahoma on an Indian reservation. It was a Cherokee reservation, and they did not tell her she couldn't live there because she was white. Like she paid. Now I don't know about the ownership. She didn't own the house. She rented it. She didn't own a house there. So maybe it's true about owning land, because if all that land's in trust to the nation of whatever particular people it is. But I know that you could rent a house on a reservation. There's lots of non-indigenous people that live on reservations, dude. Like thousands and thousands of them.
Yeah, I didn't say it wasn't, but not just you can't just be there and randomly, like it's not gonna happen that way. But
well, you can rent a house if it's for rent.
and European people, I don't even think we should count that. I guess I walked away. I don't know why y'all brought that up, specifically Europeans being there. I wouldn't disagree with that either. I think they can slip through the cracks. They were aggressive. People weren't trying to have no smoke with them.
Well, these people weren't members of the tribe.
But what I'm saying, I'm not trying to speak for natives. I don't think that they would just got their gates open and European people can just come live on their damn land, like freely like that. The ones I've interacted with, even if we didn't get along, they are trying to get them out of their fucking business. I've seen them crying in real life online about them taking their kids, playing with laws, not fulfilling their treaties. They keep their distance the same way we do. We don't need to get rid of you from America, nothing like that. But can you back up a little bit? Because you got sticky fingers and you keep playing word games while we trying to get ourselves together after all this mess you made. We natives and African descendants think like that. So these other natives that you talking about, maybe they are solidified enough to where they can just be open and have people come to their community. Maybe that's a different location. What area of the Americas are you in anyway? Where you at? On this type of reservation?
California, but my family's from Oaxaca. My people are from Oaxaca, but my people are diaspora. They live all throughout. There's 150,000 of us in California. There's 800,000 of us, like in total. Like so, there's 7,000 of us just in my town. So like we don't have like a centralized area that we come from. But besides that, the place I'm talking about was in Oklahoma.
Well, y'all send me some reservations from California, because that's where I'm looking to move.
Well, I'm not aware of any reservations around here because they have rancherias over here. That's different.
I have a question.
And like the rancheria, like the one near me, the one most nearest me, like you could go there and fucking live there. There's lots of white people that live there.
Now I'm curious.
Like I've gone up there lots of times. What the fuck?
I'm curious if Oklahoma is different, because I know that almost, Oklahoma is known as Indian country, but every other reservation I've ever been on, and I've lived in multiple states, you cannot live on a res without being native. But I was wondering if there's anyone that's like in the comments or anything that could vouch for that is actually from Oklahoma.
From what I heard on my kids' side of their family, no, they're all of the people there are related to somebody or in a relationship.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Nobody
or like you at least have to be married into the family or something like that. But just going onto a res as an individual person and living on the res, I've never ever seen that or experienced that from living in multiple different states.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you would need approval, right? But let's see here. You would need approval to live there, but it's not as if they're like an ethno state that like fucking excludes everybody by race.
I'm about to ask a few people. I'm about to text a few people right now and ask.
It's not even about race; it's about culture, right? So
No,
if you're not a part of that res, most of the time you don't see someone that's not a part of that tribe living on the res, unless they're married into the family. Or
from what I'm reading here, like you could live on a reservation potentially, but you can't become a member of the tribe. That they're two different things, and that living there doesn't mean that you're part of the tribe.
Well, there's a lot of mixed reactions in the comments. Some are saying yes, some are saying no. So,
Well, because I think it's not universally true across the board. There are some reservations that don't let people even live there if you're not native, but there's others that don't. It's not like it's not a monolith.
Right.
But regardless, though, the reason why that whole thing was brought up, the reason why we're even determining that now, is because it was brought up as an example of an exclusive, homogenous, like ethnically homogenous community that excludes others, and they don't do that.
And that's why I was curious by asking
others without hurting other
what's
people. What's the
different,
problem?
and if anyone in the comments live in Oklahoma or from Oklahoma can vouch for that. That's all I was
Yeah, I
saying.
just asked. So for Oklahoma, they said you got to be on a roll. And from what I do know, the people were, even the people that were there, I don't think I remember hearing them saying anything about buying anything. They were just getting together the funding to get it built for the person. Like they were building houses for people, giving them horses and land and school supplies and all of that type of shit. The supplies for farming, they didn't buy nothing.
Well, I guess some reservations are what's called checkerboarded, right? And so that means there'll be like a patch of land that's theirs, and then a patch of land that's not, but they'll be like right next door to each other. And they'll like the tribal police will still have jurisdiction over the parts that aren't owned by the natives, right? So you could live in a checkerboarded reservation. So yeah, that's probably what happened.
Yeah,
But,
I was going to ask, was she actually on a reservation? Because when I lived in Arizona, I lived literally 2 minutes off of the reservation, and there's a freeway, but it's a freeway that separates the actual res from the city of Scottsdale. So it could be something like that, where she was just living close to a reservation, but actually being on a reservation.
Well, these checkerboarded reservations, it's like there's patches within the jurisdiction that are not reservation land, but the overall like vicinity or whatever is under their jurisdiction. So meaning, like if you're living next door to this one of these checkerboarded plots and somebody calls the cops, it's going to be the reservation police that shows up, not some other PD. Like they have their courts, you're under their jurisdiction, you're going to be tried by their laws, you know. And that's fine. You know, I don't have a problem with if black people wanted to do that for themselves, having their own jurisdiction, their own like sovereignty in that way. I don't see anything wrong with that. They're like there's already lots of like sovereign, homogenous countries with black people in all throughout Africa.
Let Indians buy houses on your reservation, whatever reservation you're talking about.
Well, I'm not talking about reservations. I don't want reservations. I think reservations are bad. Reservations are weapons of genocide. They're designed to slowly dwindle down the numbers of Native Americans until they're nothing. It's a weapon. It's not a. That's another thing. Like people talk about reservations like it's some sort of benefit that the Native Americans are enjoying, when really it's the dispossession of their lands. It's the fucking it's a genocidal tool against them. So why would I want that? I don't want that. I want basically for the Americas to be under the stewardship once again of indigenous people. But I also believe in democracy, and I think that everyone should have some sort of and Native Americans generally believe in democracy as well. And I think everybody that lives on the land should have some level of democratic say in their rights and laws, but as far as like having this disproportionate power that the white ruling elite has over the Americas, it makes no sense. Especially, it just makes no sense. It's immoral. It's unethical.
From your standpoint, bro, it's hard.
From a white supremacist standpoint, it makes perfect sense. I get it. Yeah,
it's hard to have this conversation with you, and you're majority European. But I'm gonna just pretend you're a native because I don't see like too many natives like really downplaying it or anything like that. So I guess you native. But anyway,
what he's saying, I hear what he's saying, but there's a double-edged sword to that statement, because the benefit of those who are on reservations have a certain autonomy that other people who are not on a reservation don't have. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's negatives and positives to it. I didn't want to get into that because I know that's a complex
Right.
conversation, and he
Well, there's
just
been
made
mitigations
he just made
done
it
to
seem
like make it less severe.
bro.
It's gotten
All
less
I'm
bad,
trying to
but
do is make a little bit of sense out of the chaos that you spewing, bro. Just relax, and I'm gonna let you go ahead and
what's
freestyle
chaos am I
again. I'm
spewing?
gonna
You guys are
listen
just
and take
making
notes. And you go
accusations
ahead and
and shit.
freestyle. Just let me correct a little bit of shit and adjust a little bit of things, right? So what I'm saying is, and I'm not disagreeing with you. I don't know. I asked you about the place and you explained it to us. That's fine. You don't have to oppose me as if I'm trying to challenge that. Like, I don't believe it. But if that's what you said it is, I guess that's how
fine.
this shit work. But what I want to know, right? Let's just say you're native. I don't believe that either, but let's just say you native for the sake of this argument, right? These European people who you said are being a little too controlling and too dominant and biased in their ways of running this country, right? It's unfair. We're too mature as human beings, and we evolved out of this. We all should be more civilized. Yes, more people should have a say. So cool, I got it. That's the perfect world, but we don't exist in that world. So how long do they have before you say, look, y'all niggas need to get the fuck up out of here? You're about to just sit here until the end of time telling them, can you stop? Can you stop? Can you be fair? Can you be fair? Can you stop? Can you stop? How long are you going to do that before you say, look, can you just like at least go over there and leave me alone then? If you ain't going to stop, you ain't got to leave, but go over there.
Well, I believe in a revolution. I would like to have a revolution. Yeah, I would definitely like to have a revolution, and then from that point after the revolution, where we dethrone white supremacy and institute a more egalitarian, democratic, indigenous-led movement, right? Then we could start enfranchising people who aren't fucking white nationalists, right? But why I would just criminalize that. I think people like the Triple K should be in jail. I don't know why
they're trying to get rid of somebody.
Well, I'm not trying to get rid of them. I'll put them in jail.
That's getting rid of them. That's
well,
one
I guess
way.
so. But for committing crimes, yeah. For committing crimes, yes. But as far as every white person, get out. No. You know what I mean? You know what sort of human rights violation?
But you have to, brother. You still have to show us.
Do you know what sort of human rights crisis that would cause, dude?
But you gotta. But before we argue about some shit, because I don't know if you got this trick from BGP, but this is the same.
What? I don't even talk to that broad, dude.
It's the same thing she does, though. You're making up a fake argument. First, you need to show us where we agree that all white people need to be relocated somewhere else. Please show us this.
I asked.
You need to show it now. We already know you said that.
I'm trying to find that damn video. Do you remember what video it was?
I have no clue what you're talking about. I talked to Susan
it's on YouTube of that conversation we had.
Listen, we argue with Afrocentrics all the time about their unrealistic methods of helping our people solidify their foundations without being interrupted. And they feel like one of the main ways is to get these people and take them back to Europe or some shit. They need to leave all indigenous people alone and go back to Europe. And we tell them all the time that this is not realistic. So I would love to hear where the hell any of us said this shit at. We don't agree with that. We only agree with what you just agreed with. People who are white supremacists or people who are oppressing people. And we don't even care if they're white. They can be Arab. If you're oppressing people and doing anything that would go against what civilization we're supposed to reflect today, you do need to get out of here. But we don't have that type of control. So they kind of slip through the cracks and they've been in power for a long time. So it's hard to spot them and get them out of there. But we all agree that they should be locked up somewhere. You want to get rid of those types of people. We don't care about people who are not doing that are just living civilized as they're supposed to be doing in 2024. It's the terrorists, the racists.
And even if continental Africans and indigenous people felt that way towards white people, who the hell can you really fucking blame them?
There it is. So, anyways,
when I asked, there it is. Like, can you really blame?
I confess, bro. But anyways, fucking.
I'm not. What did I confess to? I said if they feel that way, that's not doing shit. I can feel how I want all day. If I'm not doing shit to you, you can't.
Well, we're not talking about that. That's a different subject. Then
what the fuck are you talking about?
That's a different subject. We're not talking about that.
About confirm for then. You think you had a mic drop moment, you made yourself look fucking stupid. Congratulations.
Whatever. Then you're just derailing the conversation. Then, anyways, I asked Sutton about okay, so the difference between me and you is that I want. I'm not gonna fucking make everybody leave. I'm gonna let white people stay as long as they're not like fucking. Well, even if they are committing acts of terror, I'll just put them in jail if they do that. I'm not going to kick out every white person based on their whiteness. And I said, that's the difference between me and you. And he said, no, that's you guys, we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. And I go, okay, what about the Arabs? What about, but then I said, what about the Arabs in Africa? What about the Indian people in Africa? Are you going to let them stay? And he said, no. And I go, why not? He goes, well, maybe you can live with your oppressor, but we can't.
Right. He said oppressor. He's not.
Yeah, but I didn't say the ruling elite. I said the Arabs and the Indians.
Hold on, bro. He's not talking about foreigners who are in the land minding a business and just were there for one reason or the other, and they're just living a life minding a business. He said
every Arab
oppressor.
and every Indian oppresses them.
In Tanzania, there's some oppressive Indians that are there, and there's some Indians who just mixed in there.
I'm not saying don't like lock up the fucking government and the fucking people in power, the authorities, but like the normal people that have to wake up every morning and go to work, they're gonna get it too.
They're not oppressors though.
Okay, well, so you're distinguished. So when I asked what about the Arabs and what about the Indians, why did he make that distinction then?
He's in the chat, so you can ask him. But you said oppressive. When you quoted what he said, we don't have the video or the audio yet, but what you said is that he said the oppressor, he can't live with his oppressor. All white people are not oppressors. All Arab people are not oppressors. All Indian people are not oppressors.
That's not a popular opinion.
Like all the Native Americans weren't oppressors, right? But we don't want to be around the oppressive Native Americans. Who does that include, though? Is it you?
Well, what Native Americans oppress you?
Oh, goodness gracious, bro. I'm reading a book on that right now. But that's beside the point. You're missing the point that you can't group a whole country. You can't group a whole ethnic group into it. That is not how it works. If you don't want to be around oppressive people, you just don't want to be around oppressive people. You don't have to have an explanation for that.
Yeah, but I didn't ask about overthrowing the ruling elites. I call them the bourgeoisie.
Oh, okay. Well, let me ask him.
I asked about the.
Hold on, because he at work. While he's sneaking in, I'm gonna ask him this. So Commando here is claiming that you said that we need to get rid of all of, I guess, Indians or YT people. That's somehow part of a Pan-African.
No, when I said Indians, I mean Indians from India, and we're referring to Africa.
Middle Easterns, any group. It don't matter at this point what group of people it is. I already know what the answer is.
We're talking about you guys reclaiming Africa.
Doesn't matter what group you pick. I already know what the answer is going to be. Any group of people. See? It doesn't matter. He didn't say it for any group. Australians,
all right, let's listen to the recording.
Martians.
Give me time. I can drop and come back when I find it or whatever, but I'm looking for it right now.
Can I share it from you?
I have to step back when I'm at work. And I'm sorry, Ari, but no, I did not say anything about us taking the colonizers or taking out Sudan. He said, you said it. I thought, or Sutek said it, one or the other, because they get you confused. Because what I said was, I called him Ricky Martin after he called Sutek Farrakhan. So that's good.
Hey,
I was called before I said a single word of retaliation as far as calling people names.
Hold on. Because I just want to clear it up. No, Jazz, that's not what I was saying. The comment that I was saying is you were saying what he came up and saying about the land back. Yeah. And then he was saying, is that what y'all want? That's what I was talking about in reference when we said we wanted to take control of our resources, our education and stuff like that. And he was asking, oh, is that what y'all want? It's the same thing that y'all were saying earlier. There was no difference when the native guy came up and he was saying land back. So that's what that question was. It wasn't on, I don't know what he's talking about, anybody kicking people out. I have no idea what that is.
I just want to know why the fuck, excuse my French, why are you always up here worrying about what black people have going on? You are a dick writer, and it's embarrassing. You should be embarrassed of yourself. You need to go collaborate with Manny and go cry together, because that's all you've been doing for the past couple of days. Nobody up here said anything about your people. You come up here to be a fucking victim.
Yes, you do.
Go grow some fucking balls and go get a life. And go get a life. That's all you want to do.
I got a life.
Y'all don't let nobody else talk when they try to come in y'all's panels and you start jumping us left and right. Now you in our shit and you want to cry like a little bitch. You need to go on somewhere, man. You don't know nothing about what black people got going on.
Say racist shit in the comments all the fucking time. And you expect us to give you the floor? Yeah, you personally, dude.
If I didn't, no. See, whoever said anything racist, I don't give a fuck. I don't. Yeah, as long as it didn't come from my mouth, I don't care, because I don't control anybody else's mouth. But you really need to go get a fucking life. All you do is talk about black people every single day.
I respond to black people that constantly talk shit about my people.
day.
You guys talk about nonstop.
Mateo,
Your lives are nonstop about Native people, white people, every other race. Your whole
I don't talk about
platform is
white
about
people.
racism constantly. It's all you ever talk about.
That's not what Mo's platform is for.
That's all
That's
you
not
are
what
on
that's not what
doing
Sudan's
is
platform is for.
vilifying every other race
Both of these
and
panels,
elevating your
both
own.
of
That's
these
all you ever
panels
do.
talk about
That's the only way you're capable
and
of thinking.
Africans and Pan-Africanism. How much of an idiot do you think I am? I'm not new to these spaces. Who the fuck vents about white people all day? Not Mo, not Rob, not Sudan.
Every live I
not
see that you guys are hosting is about another race you're shit talking. Never do you ever talk about your guys' own agendas, your own projects,
Stop
what you guys are pushing forward.
You're
It's always
liar.
shit talking other people.
That is cap. Our content is comprised of mostly our people's history, and the only time we got to talk about something.
I see OHS or what's his name? Whatever his name is.
I don't know what the fuck is wrong with y'all bodies. Like y'all just cannot.
He does that. I see him do that. I don't see the rest of you.
No, he does not. No, he does not. He doesn't do that either.
You're telling me that OHF doesn't talk about history?
He does not talk about white people.
No, I didn't say that. I said I see him talk about history.
You definitely brought up white people. Come on now.
Dude, I was talking about you. God, I was calling a distinction, dude. Fucking shit.
He just has to control the entire situation. He will not hear anybody else out. He just has to be in control of a situation. That sounds like some native shit to you. What type of peaceful type? Like, come on, your vibe ain't right, bro. But anyway, but that's what, that brings it back around to what I was trying to say. I think that when we're talking to you, we think that we're talking to a native, and we keep getting offended, and we keep like, what the hell is wrong with him? Why are you talking to me like that? Why are you saying that? Why are you cutting me off? What, you and BGP doing it because y'all just said it. It's because of all of that European.
He's not native now either, huh?
When we say something, right? And we say something about colonizers, or we don't want to be oppressed by them no more. We ain't trying to be, trust them like we did in the past because of what they did. You keep getting offended. Real natives of any land agree with this situation. You're getting offended because you are European.
No, it's because I know you're saying it. You're using it as a euphemism to say what you really mean, what you don't want to say publicly, because the optics are bad. Is that you guys are racial separatists?
Why would you be mad? Because somebody wants control of their resources. Because
creating racial separatism would require on your part the violation of other people's human fucking rights. That's why.
Just go somewhere.
Kids out of native people's houses. Of course, they don't want them around them. They're taking their kids out of their house against their will.
Okay, so you admit it that you want racial separatism.
Are you stupid?
No, we want them to.
How stupid are you? Like,
you're just trying to justify it. You're saying, this bad thing, so it's okay for us to create ethno states. That's all you're saying, dude.
Let me pull out the ethno cleanser, right? Because that's what you're always bitching about. Someone want to always ethno cleanse.
Yeah, you guys do want ethno cleanse. You guys want ethno.
Did you not hear what Mo just said?
You're racial separatists. Yeah, and it's racial separatism. It's racial separatism.
You dumb bitch. If somebody is coming up in your house,
okay, so some people took native kids away, and so I want to.
How are you going to feel? You're going to just sit there and be, oh, that's fine. He can take all my kids. How much of an idiot are you?
Nobody's saying that.
Come on now. What Mo said is day.
I heard you talk shit about our kids on the border. You talk shit about our kids on the border and made a joke about it.
Me personally, I never said. Hold on, let me clarify.
Ray, sorry, aren't you a Jew? Aren't you Jewish? Why are you talking about native business?
I've never said anything about native people or nothing biased like that. That has never came out of my mouth.
Yes,
No, I have not. Pull up the receipts.
You've talked, dude. We didn't let you in the panel one day, so you fucking were talking hella shit in the fucking comments, saying hella racist shit towards Mexicans. Talking about the border, build the wall, and all that shit.
Pull up the receipts.
This is what he does.
Pull up the receipts every time. Yeah, pull up the receipts.
This is what he does every time. He takes from Melinda's handbook, and Rob broke it down very great to Melinda earlier in his live. He said that she takes sensitive subjects, twists them up to get empathy, to make it look like her opposition, who is proving her wrong, because Rob definitely ate the fuck up out of her in that live, and tries to get that empathy because indigeneity, she is 49% Spaniard. This man comes from a white woman. Matthew comes from a white woman.
Rachel,
he openly admitted that one of his ancestors signed the Declaration of Independence. His white ancestors signed the Declaration of Independence. His mother is European.
No, that's not my ancestors.
So When you let people like this,
no, you're lying.
this
You're lying on me.
motherfucker looks like Rasputin.
I said
He
that
looks like
my step grandfather,
he tokenizes his step grandfather, who is from Mexico.
Grandfather on my mom's side. So the white man that my grandmother married, his family goes back to the Declaration of Independence.
The other white man,
I'm not
not
technically
just the
related
white
to them.
man, the other white man that your white grandmother married, right?
What? Yeah,
The other white man that your white grandmother married,
My step
because you got a
grandfather.
white mama.
Yeah, I have a white mom. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're
Yeah,
European.
so what? And the fact that you think
You
that that's
are
some
not
sort of like
indigenous to
that's
be
some
coming
sort of
into these
detraction for me.
spaces. You are not
pull my mother's
indigenous
race
to
as
be
some sort of
coming into
detraction
these
towards me
spaces,
shows me that you have a
saying what you're
racialized
saying and
worldview. You are a
misrepresenting
racialist. You're a
cultures
racist, dude.
and bringing smoke into cultures that have nothing to do with you. You are not indigenous.
What culture
You
has
do
to do
not
with you?
have that type
Who
of
claims you,
lineage,
Rachel?
Papa.
Who claims you?
Do not.
What
So
tribe is you? What
please
tribe
go
are you, Rachel?
somewhere
Because I know
with
my
your
people.
whiteness
I know where
and
my
your
people
white
come from. I know what they
privilege.
speak. I know what their
And
culture is.
also, we're at
Where
it,
are your people,
while
Rachel?
we're at
Rachel.
telling black men that you will own them boy educationally is very racist and very white supremacist.
What did I say? What did I say? What did I say?
I've seen you in many black spaces telling people, I will own you, boy. You can't come up against me. More into
Yes, I've
Oh
heard
my
you say
god.
that too.
Oh my god. You're full of shit.
So
You're full
yeah,
of shit. Oh, so
No,
I told the
he's
black
not.
person I told the black person that I would make them my slave. Is that what you're saying? All right, you're saying that I told a black person that I would own them like a slave.
You definitely said something along
I
those
told that
lines.
somebody. Please show me the receipts of that shit. Show me the receipts of that
many
shit.
black
I've heard
men
you say
that
that.
you
You
will
don't have any
own them,
receipts on
boy,
me, so I don't want to hear nothing
intellectually.
about no receipts.
So,
I don't want to hear nothing.
keep talking shit.
So saying that you own someone in a debate is not the same fucking thing. Shut the fuck up.
No, not for you, white man. Not for you, white man. Not for
Rachel,
you, white
who
man.
claims you? Rachel, who claims you?
Who claims you? Your white ass
Mixteco
mama
people, my
claims
father
you?
and my
Your
grandfather
white
claim
ass
me. Who
wife
claims you?
Your
Who
white
claims
ass
you?
ancestors from
My
Europe
my
claim you.
Mixteco
Yes,
father
they
claims me. Who
do.
claims you?
Yes, they
You don't
do,
even know
baby.
where you're descended
Yes, they
from.
do. I
You don't
come
even know
from
what you're descended
indigenous-
from. You
I
don't
come
know
from
what you're descended
indigenous
from.
people,
You don't
honey.
even know who.
You
You
do
can't say
not know
Apache. You
who
can't
you
or
are.
Apache. You can't say Apache or Comanche. You like to say
I
those
say
words, but they
in
don't
that.
claim you.
I say in that.
And you're in
I
there.
say
You claim in there.
That's why I can't say
Oh, who-
Apache, because I descend from people of the region of Mexico. So whenever I say Comanche or Apache,
Who though?
I'm sorry,
Who?
is that accent
Who do you? All right, so
offensive
by
to
your
you?
logic, by your
Oh,
gatekeeper
no,
logic, you're not
more
fucking
xenophobia.
indigenous.
Not
So
more
you're
xenophobia
talking
from the
outside your lane
niggas,
just
man.
like I am.
Okay.
If I'm not indigenous,
So,
Rachel, then
yeah.
neither are you.
You can't even speak
If I'm not
fucking
indigenous,
Spanish to
Rachel,
speak
neither
to
are
your
you.
own
Except for
fucking
I can
people,
tell
you
you.
goddamn
I can tell you
gringo.
exactly
You
where
got your
my
bean.
fucking grandfather
You're
is from. I can
bean
tell you
way.
the exact fucking place, and I can tell you the exact people, but you can't.
You can't tell your exact people. You tokenize your.
I can tell you the exact people. My grandfather was born in Ixtayucla, Oaxaca. It is counted on the Mexican census as a speaker of Mixteco, the language.
Step grandfather. Step grandfather.
My grandfather. My dad's dad. My dad's dad.
Grandfather. We learned that a long time ago.
No, not my step grandfather. And guess what? The step grandfather you're talking about. Hey, the step grandfather you're talking about,
Remember
Joaquin.
that? Okay.
Joaquin is my grandfather. Is my actual grandfather's brother.
While you also invalidate.
They're related, so I'm related to that guy too by blood. I'm related to both of them by blood. One's my uncle and one's my grandfather.
Right? Yeah. So keep,
no. Let's talk about it. No, hold on, I'll show you.
Keep
Hey,
talking.
who wants to see my family tree? Let me show you guys. Right?
Ooh, show
You
us.
guys want to see it? You guys want to see it?
No,
Why not?
because I feel like you guys are centering native issues in a black space.
Well, you know what? To be fair, you're right. You're right about that. But anyways, this bitch don't know what the fuck she's talking about. Nobody claims her. She don't know where she's from. So by the logic that she inserted onto me,
you don't gotta call her a bitch though.
all right, whatever she is.
Young, the only reason that I came up to address
It's a lie.
and I get why you're saying like you guys are centering indigenous problem, but he's not indigenous. He's not. So the fact that he's up here,
that's the point.
and
neither are
talking shit to
you.
you
Then
guys,
neither are you.
that's a problem
Neither
for
are you.
me and many other
Rachel.
people
Hey, Mo-
of the
Mo trying to
actual
talk-
indigenous
Mo trying
He's
to-
a
community.
pretendian. That's the point. We have to talk to him as if he's a native because he got a whole bunch of people fooled. But he's a fucking
Wait, hold
European.
on. Do you talk to? Are you
He
talking
got
to
this
Rachel
shit
as a native
on
too?
lock.
Alright, cool.
Listen, Rev, he got this shit on
Then you
lock
have
so
to talk
smooth.
to Rachel as a native too,
Yo,
because
what's
she's
wrong
got
with your
people.
mouth? Just shut the fuck up. God, I let you rock out, bro. Why
Fuck
do
you, fucking
unmute
racist
me?
ass motherfucker. You're racist as fuck, bro.
Because you're
That's
European
the
and you
host.
admitted it. But I'm supposed to sit here. And
Okay,
act
so
like you
all
a
right, so
fucking
am I
native.
European? Okay, so you
have
hate me
to
because I'm
act
European
like
then,
you a
whatever.
native
Whatever.
Because you got the internet fooled. I don't have to play along with the dumb shit, nigga. You just said you're European. You said it.
Yeah, I am part European, yeah. So what?
Primarily.
Now it's okay to hate me now though, right?
No, I don't hate anybody. What the fuck type of what type of
You're a
time do
fucking
you think I got where I can just sit here and hate people? That's your job, right? That's why you don't listen to people.
Dude,
You don't
that's
let
what your whole
people talk.
platform's about, bro. It's what
I
the
got
whole
a
syndicate shit's
whole
about.
notepad open
That's
with
not what the
what your
syndicate
dumbass
is
was saying.
about.
Just stupid shit.
That's all you
But I'm
guys talk
considering
about, dude. That's all you
listening.
guys talk
But what
about.
I'm saying
the
is, what I'm
truth of
saying,
our
I'm trying to
history.
tell Rev something so he understands how this is still the issues that we're dealing with. He is a pretendian. He may not be black, but this dude is a pretendian.
How am I pretending?
You
What
are
makes me
doing the
pretending?
same thing. You have the same argument.
What makes me pretending?
You have the same argument, use the same script as the pretendian, so you are a pretendian. You don't get to get away with it because your skin is lighter. You have the same arguments as pretendians, and you're pretending like you're something that you're not. So you're getting exposed for it. It's the same shit that happens to anybody who does it. I can't see it. Read it off. My screen is I don't have the same whip as y'all.
44% indigenous. It's at the top of the list. 17% English. 13% Scottish. 11% German. 5% Spanish. 2% Senegalese. 2% North Africa. 2% Basque. 1% Jewish. 1% Southern Italy. 1% France.
Right. Add
Okay.
all your European up and tell me what number you get.
Yeah, but regardless though. So I'm not indigenous,
Sir,
right? 44% means not
do this for me
indigenous, right?
because I cannot see it.
That means I'm not
Add
indigenous.
up
No, but I'm not.
Is
This makes
not
you
his
white. This
strong
makes you
suit,
white.
obviously.
Does this make me white?
Math is
Add
not his
up
strong
all
suit.
European, please, and put it in the chat. I can't see it. Cut off my screen.
About 50%.
Well, no, it's less than because check it out.
Well, actual Portugal is also in that region too, so you got to add that little tiny percentage.
Yeah, I
too.
did. I did. I
And then, so he's about
you guys consider
50%
Senegalese
more
and North
Spain
African?
than
Is
he
Senegalese
is
and North
actual
African
indigenous,
European
which is
too, or what?
cool.
No,
But
they gave you
also,
100%
like,
in the
baby,
chat.
math
North
is
Africa
something
is
we
part of the
learn
Senegalese
very
and
young.
Senegalese and North Africa white European? What about Basque? Is Basque
North
European?
Africa is an Arab, white Arab, yeah. And
Okay, all
depending on-
right. So it's white. All right. So it's all right. So I'm what 50% white and fucking part Mediterranean and African, and the rest is indigenous.
Yep. So
Okay. So what's that make me?
you take
Am
your
I white
majority.
then?
You take your majority
Yes.
and go that way.
Okay,
I'm
so
talking to you as a native.
so you're telling me a
talking to you as a
quadroon,
fact that you come from a white
black
mama
person who is
is crazy.
25%, a person who's 25% black but 75% white.
Your
Are you
mother is
excluding them
white.
from your Pan Africanism?
They're white. What are you talking about?
You're excluded. All right. So what about J.E.
my
Freeman?
community? that
What about
somebody who just
J.E.
has
Freeman? That guy's a
25%.
quarter black,
There
3/4 white.
25%. Listen, bro. If you want to know what goes
What?
on in my community, just get on the internet and type in black something argument, fighting, race, mixed. Go. We're talking about it all over the place. Instagram, Facebook. We turn up on this type of shit. That's what happens. You know.
So you're gonna exclude.
Listen, there's no 25% African people with 75% European in our community that ain't getting no smoke. Do we discriminate against them?
Yes.
No. But if they start
Also,
talking
Rock
that talk a
Styles
certain way,
actually
they
broke
gonna
this
get
down for
smoked.
Melinda earlier.
And they
So-
definitely gonna get called a YT boy.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Shut up, little
That's
white boy.
probably they, yeah, that's
Okay,
probably
so-
their nickname. That's probably
So
their
because they're
nickname.
light skinned, right?
It's because they're 75% European.
It's because
It's
they're
because
YT presenting.
it's because they don't have two black parents. So if you don't have two black parents, then you're
So that's
not
the
black.
standard?
Yeah, that's
So
our
is that the standard?
That's our standard. Yeah, it is.
That's your standard. Okay, so
You got a
your
problem with
Pan
that?
African standard, and your Pan African
You got a
standard.
problem
If
with
you don't
that?
have two black parents, then you're not going to be part of the nation, right?
Then you're not
Why do you
black.
have to say
Don't try
in
to
your Pan-African standard?
right because
What is
I'm
that?
not a Pan African. So,
Okay, so,
stop
who knows?
assuming.
No
I
one-
know
none of the Pan-Africans here
I know
agree
you
with that standard,
racist.
all right?
I know you racist people assume, but stop assuming. Okay,
It's that white
we not
race.
all
it's gonna
Pan Africans.
And it's gonna depend on how they present. So if they up there looking like motherfucking John B, talking about they black, nah, bro, that's not gonna fly. Somebody gonna beat their ass. I'm just telling you, it don't matter if they got 30% black. If they look like John B, they gonna get smoked saying they black. everywhere they go, they're gonna have to prove that they're
Hey,
black.
and I'm
They're gonna
glad
be
you
challenged.
brought that up because I was going to bring this up next. Why didn't the person that sent you this? Because I know you didn't take it. I know somebody sent it to you. So why didn't the person that sent you this get what the other person said?
Nobody sent this to me. I screen capped this
Okay,
off the BGP
so
video.
you did it. You did it, right? So why didn't
I
you?
screen capped it off a BGP video.
Got you. I heard you. Let me finish my question. Why didn't you get what the other dude said?
Because it was a video.
What do you mean it was a video?
It was a video.
So
what the other dude said? That's weird.
No. He's saying it's a video that BGP put up, but BGP didn't put up the other person's comments.
I mean, that's
Is that what you're saying?
bro. Yeah,
No. You took the
screenshot. Why am I gotta ask her about it?
Information. This ain't even your
I
information.
can't help
So why
what she
are
put
you
what
posting
she
somebody
put in the
else's
video.
shit
I
that
can
has
only screenshot
already
what
been
she put.
proven to be a liar and come out
But
and
so have you. So have you. You're a fucking liar,
situations.
too.
Who, me? Baby.
Yeah.
I ain't never been a liar. I tell you a lot of shit.
Ask
I tell you a lot of shit, but one thing I
about
won't tell
shit.
you is a lie because I ain't scared of goddamn nothing.
My shit is on the screen. I don't have to ask BGP shit. I was there. So what was said was
So why don't you tell us then?
okay. If you shut the fuck up, I can. Thank you, little mama. What was said to me was the crack, something about black people and the crack epidemic, right? F1, please. Even though they don't do, nothing. No, I'm not done, sir. I'm not done. So the first time you brought this to their attention over there, they caught on. I seen the video. They caught on. Somebody, actually, Mo said it. He must have been replying to something about some crack because it said something about the 80s. Yep. I said, this nigga got it. You know what I'm saying? It's not that hard. So why didn't you get it? Why didn't you say, oh, okay, well, what was said to him? What was said to him? It's gonna make it okay for me. If you shoot at my race, if you gonna shoot at my, okay, so why didn't you get the other person?
Because I didn't have it.
Oh, did you ask? Did you ask? Wait, hold on. Did you ask? Did you ask about the other person?
It doesn't matter to me what the
I know it don't matter to you. I know it don't matter to you. That's the point.
Evidence without an actual foundation, baby. So what you're doing now is looking like a bandwagoner, and you just trying to make anybody look bad because of some screenshot that was taken or from a video that was half-assed. So what you look like right now is very much a European still.
Nah, what it looks like,
colonizer.
What it looks like is you rubber stamp when your people say some crazy racist remarks, but when it's returned to you, you got a problem with it. You guys can't pick and choose. But
who is his people? Let's just make that clarification.
Whoever he's pretending to be.
It's not native
right?
people.
Or
his pretending people. The people he's pretending.
Whoever sent them this screenshot, he's triggered by what Sutek said, but he don't care about what they said. So I know if Sutek is mentioned the 80s, I bet it's something along the lines of AAs ain't nothing but a bunch of candy babies. I bet it's something along those lines.
Some racist shit.
All we do is do candy.
That's exactly what it was. Mm-hmm.
Exactly, and I wasn't even there, and I know that's what it was because that's the only reason an African American is gonna bring up the 80s and then tell you what your community is doing. By the way, that's the only reason he's gonna say something about the 80s because that's the only thing really of history that really happened to the blacks in the 80s. Is the candy epidemic.
So what we're seeing is a white man being trying to say, but if the tables will turn, reverse racism, all these things. That's all he's doing because this screenshot ain't even his. This conversation he knows nothing about. He's proven it. So it's just a white man being white raged.
And what right do you have to be mad at African Americans if they were over here preaching that we should have our own community separate of every other demographic? Don't
sound like a Karen.
Why would you be mad? This whole communities of Europeans.
That sounds like a colonizer.
It's whole Europeans of Mexicans.
I said it sounds like a colonizer. That in the colonizer.
Oh, my bad.
That in the colonizer.
Black ain't even up here. He ain't even in the chat. Why is you showing this shit? What do that got to do?
To show
Vanta Black. Hold on. Your guys. To see what I'm saying with the racial
I'm talking about your group.
concept. Vanta Black is not a what group?
The syndicate, the little group of friends online.
Vanta Black is part of that. I didn't know.
Vanta Black is not part of the
Vanta Black
are a clique. You guys are a clique.
What?
Vanta Black is not a part of that.
You guys are called the syndicate, the adjustment syndicate. You
grouping black people together. Exactly.
Look at him.
That's what racists. That's what racists do.
The group even has a name. The group even has a name. It's called the Adjustment Syndicate.
Hey, so hold on a second. Hold on real quick. We about to put out a cash prize for who can name the members of the Adjustment Syndicate. I bet you can't do it. You just get into an argument with somebody who supports the same. You get in an argument with somebody who has the same. You get in an argument with somebody who holds to the same consensus, and then you think that because they've been on the same live, or they laugh and giggle with each other and give each other high fives, that they're all in the Adjustment Syndicate. So just like the pretendians think that whoever agrees are Pan-Africans. You have the same pretendian approach. You cannot list the members of the syndicate. You can't do
You're
it.
denouncing this man.
He's a white man. We know historically that's what white people did, is generalize black people, dark skinned people. We know that.
That white race.
That's funny. You guys are gaslighting like you don't have a organized group online. You even said before earlier that you guys rehearsed these lives.
Do you know that this man said that indigenous people...
Did you know that Rachel Soria has a child that's not in her custody?
Are all Native Americans Comanche?
Oh, no, not in my custody. That's weird.
Exactly.
Hold on, Ray.
Where's your kids at, Rachel?
Hold on, Ray.
Where are your kids?
Let me ask you a question.
I heard your baby crying from neglect earlier because
My
you were
son's
on
watching Spider-Man. Where's your kid? My kid's right in front of me watching Spider-Man. Where's your kid?
Let me ask you a question. Are all Native Americans Comanche? Are all Native Americans Cherokee? Are all Native Americans Navajo?
All black people pretending.
Are you calling the Adjustment Syndicate an ethnicity?
No. What I'm just asking you a question.
What?
When you see black people, do you see the same thing? That's basically what he asked.
Yeah.
Do you think all black people are the same? You actually are, bro. You actually are.
You guys are part of a stated organization called the Adjustment Syndicate.
No, you see black people together, so you think that they're a group. But everybody that's together,
are you not in a group?
That's a group. If I'm in the group, then I'm an honorary. I belong to a group. But if you're saying I belong to the syndicate,
what's that group called?
The Kobe Pasa Research Team. If they fuck with me as an honorary member, then cool. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so you're not a member.
Can I just?
See what I'm saying? You don't know what the fuck you even talking about.
To what he was saying about children. Can I just say something to what? Because he mentioned my child, right? He mentioned my child, right?
Hold on. When I walk into a European function, I can assume all of them is Klansmen. Then they all Klansmen.
So
and you see a guy with a hood there, and then you see a bunch of other people hanging around with the arm hoods, are you going to assume that they're not part of that clan?
Can I just say something real quick about children? Can I just say something real quick about children? Since he mentioned my children, he mentioned my child. He mentioned my child, who is a very brown child, right? Who I have raised and I gave birth to.
Go raise your kids, you fucking deadbeat bitch.
So what do your children look like? Do they look like brown children or do they look like white children?
I don't know. What do your kids look like? Do you even remember what they look like?
And you tried to sit there and say that because somebody quote unquote doxed you, which you never gave proof of anybody doxing you, that your brown children who are actually very much white, you have white children. So how are you indigenous if you created white children? You have a white mother, you have a white wife, and now you have white children. My child is very much brown, who I gave birth to and raised.
Where are they?
Shit.
Where are they? Where are your children?
My baby is exactly where the fuck he's supposed to be at. Where are your
Not in your
children?
custody. Yeah, I
And
agree.
baby, if
They
you
shouldn't
want
be
to
in your
bring
custody 'cause
children
they're
into
fucking
this,
low
I
lives.
can
No,
guarantee
bro,
you
you're not
when
no
you
man
come,
bringing up children, bro.
when you come for an
Oh,
indigenous
fuck off.
You ain't
person's
bringing
All you
up
children,
motherfuckers
kids,
fucking
bro.
you
put my
will
children,
not make
children
it out of
online
it.
bro.
and
So
fucking talked
whenever
about my
you
children
think that
100
your
fucking times
life
before I ever said
is
anything
in
about this
danger
bitch has been talking
because
about my kids for 6
somebody
fucking
said
months, and I'm
something
not supposed
about
to say
your
nothing about
white
her
ass
fucking kids that she don't have
babies
custody
and your
of.
white
Shut the
ass
fuck up,
wife
bitch ass
with your
motherfucker. You
white
fucking
ass
sellout.
No
mama,
bitch, bro. Not in
honey.
front of
I
me.
can
You are a bitch,
guarantee
fool. I'll
you
knock you the
what
fuck out.
you
Bro, you're a
just
whole ass bitch,
opened
fool.
is something that you will continue to run from for the rest of your
No
life,
one's
and your
listening to you,
children
you fucking
will be
deadbeat. No
scared
one's
for
listening,
the rest of
deadbeat.
their
Go get your
fucking
kid.
lives.
Go raise your kid. Go raise your
My
kid,
child is
deadbeat.
being raised, you white
But
ass
not by you.
European
That's fucking pathetic. That's
nanny having motherfucker. Go take a shower.
Bro,
Go
how
take a
weak you gotta be to
shower.
come at a
How
woman
about
and her
that?
kids,
With a
Go
bro?
watch
wash
How
clock.
that
weak you gotta be to
stanky
come at a
ass and
woman
them
and her kids?
stanky balls.
You do look a
And
little
go
dirty,
take
bro.
a
I ain't gonna
bath.
hold
With,
you.
with a watch
It's
clock.
past June and July, right? So you just took a shower. So you ain't about to take one for the rest of the year, right?
Oh, don't do
That's
that,
the
funky.
Hey, goodness
Damn, bro,
gracious.
you
You
should
shouldn't
say
have
that
said nothing
old
about
about her
her
school
kids.
Please
European
wash
shit.
me. Please
Jeez.
wash me. Please wash me.
you look like you have a fucking Jerry curl as shiny as you are. You look like fucking
Jerry
you're slicker
curl.
than James
Wait a
Brown.
minute. Wait a minute. Who
that
you
shit
talking to?
lame, my
Who you
nigga.
talking to
Hold on,
about
who
Jerry
that? Who you
curl?
You
busting that
sweaty
with,
ass
Jerry?
greasy
Oh,
bitch.
me?
You're
Hey,
constantly
where
A
you
wet.
Jerry
busting that?
curl?
She's about to
That
crash
sounds
out.
You're,
also
you're, you're,
anti-black. That's
you're
weird.
constantly dripping
That's
with moisture.
weird. How
You
is he
always
becoming
have a sheen of
anti-black
sweat
talking
Hey,
to
over your
a
face.
brown
you
You look
mad
like
because
person?
a
you
That's
woman
stink.
is dripping with
crazy.
moisture? What you? I know
That's
what you like.
crazy. What
Oh,
did
Yeah,
never
black
because she's
people
mind.
do to
I
fucking
you,
know what
sweating
you
all the
sir?
like.
time.
Did
She
black
never takes a
people
shower
fuck
and she's
your
always
wife?
greasy.
Did black people fuck
What?
your wife? So that's why you're so mad at them? That
What?
you have to
What?
come at me
What'd you say?
and say
What'd you
Hold
say
on,
something
about
hold
about
my
on,
a
hold
wife?
Jerry
on,
Say
hold
it's
on.
curl?
not so.
What
Weird
is
racist shit
that?
did you say about my
Uncomfortable.
I
wife?
got
Say it ain't
straight
That's
so.
ass
racist.
hair.
How's that racist?
What weird ass
That's
shit did you say about my wife?
weird.
She asked if the
That's
black man
weird.
fuck
What are
your
you
wife.
doing right now?
How's
Oh
that
my
What are
god,
you
racist?
dude.
doing right now,
Yeah, that's pretty
Mateo?
racist, yeah.
What are you
Huh?
doing
Oh,
right now,
that's
Matthew?
racist. Oh, okay.
Talking about a
But
Jerry curl.
not a person telling
I'm
me
talking to you
about
about how
black
you
people in the
always look
80s
like you
doing
have a
crack. That's
sheen.
not
You
racist
look
though.
like you have.
Hey,
What are
have
You
you
always
doing
look
right
like you
now,
have
But
a
a black
sheen
man,
of
noticed
sweat
that?
over
Matthew?
your
Talking about
face.
Jerry
a black
curls.
man fucking your wife is racist though. That's
Have
crazy.
I
anybody
mean,
To
noticed?
me,
why
that's
would you
crazy.
try to bring up a black person fucking my wife like it's some sort of like
Good
Because he
Hold,
must have
Why
stuff.
would
fucked
hold
your
you
on,
sit
wife.
here and
hold
say
am I
on.
Jerry
supposed to
curls
be
to
As
me?
upset?
both of you
More
are not
Am I supposed
members
to
speculation.
be
of that
upset
community,
about that or
That's all.
something? Is that
please
supposed to
refrain from
Hey,
rile
using
Sue
me
that
up?
said
as
somebody
Why
must
are
have
examples.
you
really fucked his
weaponizing?
wife,
You
Why are
know
you
man.
what? Y'all
weaponizing
are
black
right.
men
Y'all are
for
right.
your
Okay,
services?
that's
Hold on,
my
why are you
bad.
weaponizing
But
black
that
men
shit
for your
was weird
attacks?
for him to
Hold
bring
on,
up
why are you
Jerry curls out
weaponizing
of
black men for
nowhere.
your attacks,
But
Rachel?
though,
Yes,
Well,
he
what
it's
did.
Rachel,
all
He
right,
why are
was
you
Ray.
not just
weaponizing
waiting
black
on
men for your
y'all
Hey,
ass.
attacks?
hey, but hold on, hold on, bro, hold on.
I'll ask for you, Ray. Did a black
Okay.
man fuck your wife?
No.
Okay, that's all she was asking. It got heated because you
What
talked
the
about her
fuck? Why would
kids.
she ask that? That's hella
She,
random. Why would you
you
Why
talked
would
about
you
her
bring up
kids,
a
but
Jerry
she
curl?
would have asked it a different way if you didn't talk shit about her kids.
Bro, you brought up the
Well,
kids,
she's
bro.
been talking shit
You
about
brought
my
up
kids for
kids,
6
She
fucking
bro.
would have asked
months.
it just like Sutek
She's
I
been
asked it.
never
talking shit
said
about my
anything
kids for
about
6
your white
fucking
ass
months. You
babies.
think this is the first
I
time
never
she's
said
talking
Better
shit
anything
about
keep
my
your
about your
wife
kids?
white
away
ass
from niggas,
babies. You've
nigga.
been
Dude,
talking about my
there's hella
son,
videos of you talking about my
my
kids. There's hella
son, who
videos of you
will
talking about
beat
my
the
kids.
brakes off of you at your bitch ass.
Who? Who? Who
You've been
will?
talking shit about my son, who will beat
No
the bricks
violence,
off
no
of your bitch
violence, no
ass.
Oh,
violence.
sure. Yeah, sure he
F
would.
We don't
Yeah.
condone
F5,
violence over
F16. What?
here.
How you do it?
Oh, your
F-16 is
son's gonna
code,
beat me
man.
up for
AK-47's in the
insulting
chat.
his never there
Man,
mother.
ho.
I'm
You
just
didn't
saying,
raise your
though.
kid. Why would he give a fuck if I
I
talk
didn't
bad
Hey,
about
raise
let's
you?
my
leave the
son.
kids
That's
out of it.
crazy.
Let's get off
Like
the
And you know
kids.
that how
my
you've been
But
kid, if you talk shit about me, my kids
Excuse
probably
me.
You
would get
listen
offended
to
because I'm in their life. You
Henosaurus,
know,
other
I'm in their life.
Spaniards,
Pour that with the
other
bell, man.
Europeans.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. She said you got cracker kids.